Hey guys, how you doing? Mess up with the iPad again. But it's Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. Okay, if you are here live, say hello. If you are watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the videos. Please leave a little comment because that will help the show to go around the world. Please, with the YouTubes. All right? So, 99% clairvoyant reading. A little bit of Bill in there too, but not much. Daisy's pretty good today. Of course, she always wants to go outside when the kids come home from school so she can chase them down the balcony. What fun. Hey, Allison Strange. How's it going? So I think she's parked on the steps to outside right now, thinking she's going to get downstairs, go outside. Not yet. Nope. Nope. So I deleted the first part of this because it was all messed up. Hi, Nancy. So I hope nobody thinks that I'm not Hey, Pat. Can you hear me now? Pat, can you hear me? Or no? The volume should be up. So let me know. Hey, Shannon. Hey, Sharon. How's it going? Hope you guys can hear me. Hey, Kristen. Hey, Kath. I'm texting Pat to see if you guys can hear me. Okay, cool. Thanks, Kristen. Yep. Yeah, the first one, of course, the iPad went dead. You know, like always. Because I didn't, hey, Suze. Because I didn't turn it off, turn it right back on. Yeah. Whew. What a nightmare. Hey, Shelly. How's it going? Hey, Kelly. How you doing, sister? I think she's over here. Yeah, she's on the steps chewing her bone. Hey, Angel. Yes. Yeah, she has a elk horn that Lee bought her. Ooh, that's not a good look. Hey, Kimberly. Yeah, Lee bought her an elk horn when we first got her. When I first got her, I should say. I gotta stop saying we. So yeah, a lot going on, huh? How's everybody doing? Crazy, right? Things are nuts right now. All change, all the time. Yeah. Universe is going at it, guys. Yep. Trying to clear that stuff out. Yeah. Hi, Erica. Yeah, it's been like check me into Rehabville. Yeah. What for? I don't know. Just check me in. Let me get some crazy, right? Yeah. So it is interesting energy. It is going to be absolutely something that is going to change your life if it hasn't already. Okay. We're headed towards upper 4, lower 5. Like I told you guys before, told you guys last year, told you in the spring, or told you now, hey, Brent, that it's going to fly. It's going to fly. It's already Thursday again, okay? When will it stop, Kelly says. Not for a while. But it's trying to get you to find your balance. It's trying to get you to not resist. You got to surrender, everybody. You got to surrender. Hey, Barb. Yeah. And why you have to do that is because when you put your third dimensional energy, which is what it is, hey, Laura, up against them right now, they'll crush you. The universe will just absolutely crush your 3D emotions, your 3D remembrances, your 3D anything. Because they need you to, hey, Sherry, they need you to clear out ASAP. They need you to surrender. Just say, I give up. I freaking give up. And every time your ego tries to have you think about some stuff, guess what you do? You talk out loud, reparent yourself. Is it all the time possible? No. Because we still have steamer trunks full of baggage in some of us, right? I mean, I've got stuff still. And other people do too. It's never going to be done, Spirit always tells me. And he said something it was yesterday, I think it was. I said, when is it going to be enough? He goes, Bill, it's never going to be enough. There will always be time for clearing. Always be time for clearing. Because as you go back and forth from 3rd to 4 to 5 or even 6, that 3D energy is going to attach itself to you. And you may not have always positive experiences when you come back down to 3D. Let's say for this, right? And something in there may trigger you. So guess what? You're always going to have black dots, and Spirit always calls them that. There's black dots inside of us, right? We take and we release large portions of our past, even past lives, but this lifetime, big time, right? Because this is the final chapter of you being in 3D. And then when I finish it off right, you signed the contract, which kind of sucks because you're like, I didn't know. Well, guess what? Now you do. And when that happens over time, you can't take chunks out one at a time, everybody. You can't. I'm telling you, you guys all know my story. You know, quit my job 2014, had money to live for about 2.5 years, and then boom. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's rock and roll. I didn't turn my light on. And so it is something that doesn't really make a difference because I got the windows open. Anyway, it doesn't make a difference if you want to move faster. Doesn't matter to them because they know that's ego driven. They do, and we're always going to have something to clear out. Now, is that mass amounts that will be on this table? No. It's bits and pieces from black dots when you had to deal with third dimensional people. But right now, they're pressuring us. Again, it's Mars, Mercury, and Uranus. Now, Mars is the warp planet. Mercury's conversations, messages. Okay, and Uranus is screw you, I don't care. We're gonna rip it all apart and start from scratch. Okay, and they're in a conjunction, which means that they're all grouped together in the sky, maybe one on top of the other. So they're fighting each other, right? And Mars is always going to win, everybody. Mars and Uranus together are going to do everything that they can possibly do to make you stop, think, and let go. It's a time when things that you have not thought about for years come up. I was thinking about somebody from when I was 9, 10 years old. What? This morning in bed, I'm like, really? We really have to go back that far? We've already done that, I thought. We have. But I saw somebody's face in my head, which means that they're in my thoughts. Right? So it is so important that we pay attention to our feelings because it feels like you got a freaking brick on your chest because our ego, right? Hey, Tom, is not trying to let it go. It's fighting it, right? That's where you got to do ego work. Ego, stop. Chimes. Ego, stop. Stop. Just stop. I got to let this go, and you do too, so let it go. A lot of times, that'll work. Guided meditation. Take a walk outside for a half hour, for an hour. Talking all the way. So Spirit, WTF, I don't get it. How much longer do I have to, and they'll say, and you may not get anything, but you'll get in your heart, oh my God, it's going to take forever. But it's not. That's ego. That's ego, right? So it's all about us taking care of ourselves. If you got to make a list of things to do, make a list of things to do and pick one. But you may go on 2 walks a day. I mean, today it's beautiful outside. It's 54 degrees. It's sunny. What more do you want in frickin' March, right? Not too warm, but it's okay. Get out in the sunshine. Get out in the forest, right? The pine tree forest, even a hardwood forest. The trees are still alive. But we have to take care of ourselves because as we go forward, we're going to become more and more intuitive, right? Because being intuitive is being psychic. We all have it. It's just being upgraded right now. And we have to do our best to make sure that we don't look backwards, because it's never going to work, right? I had somebody, beginning of the week, who thinking about going back to a guy from high school. High school. She was in her 40s. He just showed up in my life again, Bill, and you know what? I think it could, wait, no. You're 17 years old, so we'll see. Maybe he was 18. Maybe he was 16. Who knows? All you're going to do right now is open up that freaking hatch of dysfunction. Well, Bill, I'm going to try it anyway. Okay, cool. Free will. I know it's going to happen, but sometimes we have to do that, right? Sometimes we have to do that to clear the energy about that person from our thoughts. Ego's attached to that. Ego's here and ego's here. And there's a cord of wire that goes right to it. Hey, Heidi. Okay? So as the past comes back, Mercury retrograde August 1st starts, okay? 3.5 weeks, almost a whole month. Okay, Easter's the 31st. So the day after, it's going to be a great Easter this year, guys, because the week before Mercury retrograde, it's a clusterfuck. It's a mess. So you're going to have so you might want to stay home for Easter. No family, no friends. I'm just going to stay home. You know, family's going to be here. Kids go out and play. Leave us alone. Yeah. But more that stuff comes up from now until the end of April, everybody. Make sure that you're aware. Why do I feel like this? Guess why? There's something that you have to deal with. It's something that you have to go, okay, what is this that I feel? Spirit, what is this that I'm feeling? Don't look for conversation. I'm not going to be there. Okay? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, social media. Movie you've watched 10 times. All of a sudden there's a line in there that, oh my God, that they raise the volume on. And you hear it and go, huh, I've never heard that before because I wasn't at the right place at the right time. Now it is. Okay? To speak directly to you, you wouldn't believe him anyway. Chimes. Spirit's like, Bill, they wouldn't believe us anyway because they're not in the vibe of us having a conversation. Because they don't know the difference between their ego and us. Because ego will copy us. True. All the time. And sometimes it's very hard to decipher between the two. Don't beat yourself up. And don't think you're going to run through the frickin' marathon faster than everybody else, because you're not going to. Okay? It's not a marathon at all. It is a frickin' tortoise, slow, chill, get rid of all your stuff, right? And go across the finish line into fourth and fifth dimension. See? All of a sudden, you're all powerful. You know it's there, but you just can't access it yet when you are the tortoise. The hare is going to be fine, right? It's going to run the marathon. Done. This is going to get to the... This will be Bugs Bunny. Or Roadrunner, right? Coyote. Boom. Across the finish line. Okay, now what? And that's when the boulder comes down in Roadrunner and the coyote's underneath it. Yeah. It's not. There's nothing you can do because they're the boss. They're in charge. There's nothing you can do. You can say, I'm going to go ahead, do that. Please do that. Because some of us have to learn the lesson. That was me. It was me. After my money ran out from leaving my job, right? I thought it was going to be all wonderful, great. Oh my God, it's going to be a great deal, but I'm going to be all the... No, you're not. Ego told me all kinds of stuff that wasn't true. Then I didn't know the difference between them and here. Okay? Struggle after struggle after struggle after struggle. It's still a struggle, right? Transformation sucks, right? It does. And the only way to face it is giving yourself love, cutting yourself a break, trying to get out of fear as much as you can, which is tough. It is something that I believe is the hardest thing you can do. Is get over fear. Chums. Because we come into the world in fear, especially my generation, you know, and even some after us. But we've always been in fear every single lifetime. So it is very, very important to understand you're not going to conquer your fear in a month or a year or 10 years. No. Even 24 years, basically. No. Not going to. There always is going to be something that triggers you. It's how you handle it that is so very, very important. How bad you beat yourself up. I'm as every Capricorn is, I am extremely vulnerable to the words in my head that I can't get rid of. Okay? That comes from generational fear. Yeah. I know that. Do I want it? No. What the fuck? Get it out of here. I don't understand it. Yeah. You know, and now that I'm a bachelor again, thank God, and I got a dog who's kind of getting into the groove, kind of understanding what the deal is, it's getting easier. But this is non-existent. And so, like I said last week, who knows what the future brings for me? Well, it's up to them. And I've asked a million times, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And all they say is, you have to change what you do. Okay, so what does that mean? Bill, you have to change what you do. What do I need to change? What do I need to do? I know one of the things is personal readings. I've had none this week. Not one paid for reading. And it's Thursday. Okay? So I get it, but until they bring me what I'm supposed to do, I don't know. I have lots of people give me advice unsolicited, which I never listen to. I'm not going to. I don't know you that well. The people that I trust, I listen to because they bring them to me personally. But anybody else? No. You know, so that can be everybody, right? Because when you get to that point of being able to work with them, which is difficult, difficult, right? They love doing things like this because channeling is easy. I gotta put her outside, guys. Hang on, I'll be right back. Channeling is easy for me anyway, because I've always had it. But go. So, but like I always say, you know, watch what you ask for, because it's not always in your best interest to do what somebody else does. Okay? We all have our own path, and we all have, which we don't know, we all have things that we do that we're going to be doing in the future. Do you know what they are? No. Glimpses? I'm gonna move to Maui eventually. Channel some books for the Lemurians. Take the dog. Okay. But I'm getting to the point where if it doesn't happen, I'll still move somewhere. But if it doesn't happen, okay, I'm surrendering. I don't care when it happens, you know what, but I know I'm leaving here. I know that I'm going someplace else, okay? And if that means I have to leave this and do a 40-hour week job, I can still do it. I'll make myself a good 125. You know, I'll be exhausted, but I'll be okay with that. Do I think that's going to happen? No. That's my ego talking, right? Basically, screw you guys. Don't screw you. I'm not going to do that. But I have to say that out loud because I want you guys to hear that. The internal dialogue, right? I don't think I'm ever going to have to do that again. But it's ego. And they sit up and go, Bill, you're never going to get it. We're never going to get rid of ego 100% until we're in higher dimensional energy where it flips from a negative ego to a positive one. We just have to control it better. Knowing that what they say is not always true. It's usually never true. It's never true. You know, and that's okay. I truly understand what ego does. You know, it is when you are in lower dimensional energy, like I am now, because I need to be, so I can channel, right? And not you talking about things you guys have no I'm talking about because it's kind of weird, like aliens and things like that, it's challenging because I have to come down and have that conversation without them, but they dig in and little things come in sentences, just like when we talk, right? When we talk and certain things come out of our mouths to each other, we go, and I tell you guys, if we're talking to each other, that's ego. That word, if there's ego, like hope, ego. Do you hope you get it or do you want it? Well, Bill, I want it. Then own it. Own it. I know I'm going to get that. See? There's all kinds of trigger words that right now, because I'm in between, I can't really remember all of them, but there's a ton of them. If you talk to me at all, you guys know that I'm constantly going, ego. Most people will be like, well, Bill, where's it at? And I'll say to them, and they'll say, oh, shoot. Yeah. For some reason, I'm talking really fast today, and I don't know why. Because I'm trying to hold it back, but they have so much to freaking talk about. Okay, so the internal combustion that is the universe at the moment is going to throw us off. Okay, give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. If you're having a spot where you feel like WTF, sit with it. Do whatever you got to do. I posted some things on from Instagram and Facebook today that are very, very cool. I love when they bring me Instagram stuff and I post it on Facebook because it is an amazing connection. Because all the things I posted today and yesterday are magnificent. They're magnificent. They really are about understanding who you are and who you're becoming. And I love that stuff. Because I didn't have that when I was coming up at all, right? At all. I wasn't at all. But my connection, as well as your connection, right, can help that feed bring you more of that stuff by liking it. That's why I gotta like the videos, right? You gotta like my videos, please, and comment on the videos so you can help other people actually see the videos. Yeah, because they don't. They don't. And they should, right? So as we work through this, be kind to yourself. Give yourself cry time. Give yourself WTF time. Like I talked about, I think last week or the week before, grab your freaking tennis racket and beat the hell out of the couch. And say all your stuff you got to say, as long as you're by yourself. Yes. Okay? Don't do it in your bedroom with the bed and the kids are home. No. No. It's got to be completely alone. And if you think that you're going to do that and your kids are home, you got to have a lot of questions when they grow up. Because they're going to be, okay, what's mom doing in there? And most moms, without thinking, or dads, without thinking, will be like, okay, you know, well, I'm in there, I'm angry because blah, 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 blah. And they go, oh. So you're telling your kids that's what they should do. So they don't do it on the couch or the bed. They do it on somebody's head. Or to the car, or whatever. Yeah, they want to take their tennis racket with them wherever they go. No. You have to do it between you and yourself. You and yourself. See? That's what it's about. That's something that actually works. Because you can actually say out loud all the angry things that you want to say out loud. It's good therapy. It really is. But you gotta be completely by yourself and cry your ass off, whatever you gotta do, right? Just do it. You'd be surprised how well you feel afterwards. And I will tell you, 90% of the people will try it and they cannot talk. Because they're so afraid of keeping everything inside. What we're taught. Big time. Kids are supposed to be seen, not heard. I heard that one more time when I was a kid, I'd freaking puke. And my mother knew, my parents wondered why I was so angry. You don't freaking listen to me. Listen to me. Because that's the way they were brought up. Schools, same thing. So that's what we get. So when we try to release it, it can be difficult. It can be difficult. You know, but you got to try and try and try. Because that's what it's all about. Releasing the energy, because I'm telling you what, we are on such a trajectory to higher dimensional energy, they will absolutely keep you moving at a fast rate, at a faster rate than you can understand. Plus, now I understand the two-dimensional thing, right? I've had more deja vu this week and last week than I've had in my entire life. Every single day I have deja vu, more than once. Which means to me, I'm getting closer to that transformation, right? That's how you know. The more something happens, the faster trajectory you're on to your future. And who knows what it is? From what they've told me, we're all going to play a part in knowing things. Like a collective, right? There's always going to be someone who can cover that topic, like your guides. I explained before, for me, they switched in 2014, 2015, where my guide was like, no, Bill, I can't answer the question. It's going to be somebody else, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, it's got to be you. I'm not going to listen to anybody who's not your voice. Well, Bill, it's going to be a different voice. I'm not listening to that. No way. I trust you because I've trusted you since I was like 5. So why would I listen to anybody else's voice? Because I don't know if it's bad or good. Well, I went 2 weeks without talking to me. Well, without talking, I wasn't responding at all. Completely shut them off. Until finally Spirit came back, my guide came back and said, Bill, we got it. You're going to have the same voice, but they're going to be smarter than me. Cool. It's like a university above our head. Whichever teacher can give you the information, they're the ones who are going to give you the information in the same voice. Kind of like a hotel spirit says, which is true. They're just waiting there for you to ask the question. Not in your head, out loud. Out loud. Okay? Hang on. Somebody just popped in here. Hang on. Okay. Stop questioning which dimension you're in. Stop questioning what dimension you're in. Stop thinking. Stop thinking. It's ego. All trying to figure out, okay, where am I at? Because I want to be right here. Well, it could be right there, but guess what? You're not going to be there. Trust me, know that as the Capricorn. You know, failure after failure, after frustration, after frustration, after frustration. And not getting anything in confirmation at all and being pissed off about it. I don't understand why I'm not getting what I want. Dude, stop. Stop what? I don't understand. Until finally I got the message, Bill, surrender. And that took almost over 5 years. It was hard. The hardest thing I've ever done is this right here. Ever done. Yeah, she's playing. Yeah. Because you don't have any will. You don't have anything to grab hold of, which is what they want. They want you to be free of 3D. They want you to be free and let them take you through the trials and tribulations faster than if we try to control it. We always try to control it at one point or another every single day or week or month. Something comes up that puts us in a place, and it's normally from there. It has everything to do with astrology. Whatever's going on, that's why it's so important to have your birth chart. Because you can look forward and say, okay, is that going to bother me or not? And when it does, you go, oh, I get it. So ego goes, but you know what? It could be, no. I know it's right there. It's in print. It's right there. It's in print. I know that it is those 3 planets. Because it's at this degree in my birth chart. And that's how you know. Does it make 100% clear so you don't get there? Oh, no. I've been in that WTF place the past 2 weeks. Probably 10 out of 14 days. Because transformation is hard, right? I mean, Lee was here in my apartment for 7.5 years, right? Not together, right? Together 2 years. But hey, I had somebody to live with, kind of like a roommate kind of thing. It was fine. It was fine. He paid the rent, which was awesome, right? Because I paid everything else. Because, it worked out. until it didn't work out. 30 days after, Daisy came. And that was their plan. Replace Lee with Daisy. Opens up the channel so we can move forward because of Lee's energy. And my friend Sherry did an energy clearing on my house last week. She lives in Manhattan. And it was, it's the stuff that she told me was very, very true. You know, and cleared my house. Cleared my house. Which needed clearing because of all the things that happened in January, February. Well, January, because Lee left in January. Yeah, January. See? And before. That's the way it works. Right? The further we get on our journey, the harder yet easier it gets. It's one or the other. But it's together. Push and pull. Yin and yang. See? But you have to understand that you need to be led. None of us know who we're going to be, how we're going to be, when we're going to be. They do. And that sucks for us because we are used to planning our lives. We're used to planning everything. Why? Because in over 12,000 years, right? If we didn't plan our journey, we died. We died. Number of ways that we died. Hanging, war, sliced our head off, the animals ate us. So all of that is stuck inside of our ego. And inside of our internal stuff that we take from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. So Adrian is asking about repeating numbers. Well, those are angel numbers. Okay, that's your guide trying to give you angel numbers. Look them up on Google. Google machine's got it. Okay, and there'll be 4 or 5 different versions of it. Read every single one of them. See which one fits in your journey. That's them giving us, like Spirit has talked about before, the Hansel and Gretel effect, right? Right? That they're going to put dangly things, shiny things in front of our face so that we go to grandma's house, which is there, right? And we put down the bread. We put down the bread to make sure we can get back home, which is here, right? And when we get to the plateau, guess what? The shiny dangly things goes away. And we're in this place we haven't been before. It happens now. And ego, attached to that fear, goes, oh my God, we got to go back home. Oh my God, where are we at? We're at this place. Where are we going to? Oh, wait, I don't get him. And you look back, we got to follow the bread. The bread's gone because the squirrels ate it. That's how they get you into higher dimensional energy. By having you watch or see Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. By watching card readings on Facebook or on Instagram. On, all kinds of different things. Angel numbers, right? I call them beyond angel numbers. I see different numbers like 811, which was my home address in Jackson where I grew up. The store numbers from Clark's, 535, 847. I see all those numbers all the time. Higher, again. And again, I'll Google them because I won't remember them. I'll say, well, that makes sense. That's the shiny thing in front of my face. The shiny face in yours. This dangly thing that, oh my God, that's cool. Let's follow that as we go higher, higher, and higher. So every time that you see a repetitive number, 222, 333, 1111, 1234, Google it. Because they're trying to communicate with you because guess what? You're not listening. But you have to open up first for us for you to hear us. How do you open up? By working on your stuff, letting them take it away. Because guess what? They're doing it in gobloads right now. But if you think you're going to do it faster, or you want to do it slower, it's not going to happen. You have a job to do, and it's there. It's there. Connection is everything. Because you're going to be a different person once you do. And you don't have a choice. They're taking you. Trust me. They're taking you because they have to. They have to because you're one of the people that chose to be here for the transformation. Why? So that you can help the other 330 million people in the United States what your transition was, what your transformation was, how long it took. The blessing is as we go into fourth and fifth and sixth dimension, it's much easier. Because guess what? We've already done our stuff in 3D. As the world goes into higher dimensional energy, it's easier for the muggles or the half-bloods to let their stuff go. Because they're doing it behind their backs. How? Divorce, leaving the family, all kinds of different things. Leaving friends, kind of cocooning for a little bit because you don't know why, but you need to. You don't like people anymore. Yeah. That's what it is. So we're at a disadvantage because we know what's going on. The muggles just think their life is screwed up, which it is, but they don't know why. That's what you're for. Is for they walk up to you out of nowhere and start telling you the life story, and stuff comes out of your mouth that you've never said before because you're channeling anyway, because you're just in this place of balance. And then after you're done, you tell a friend, oh my God, you're not going to believe this, but I was talking to this lady and stuff came out of my mouth I've never heard before. That's just that. But you're the person, the human, that gets to deliver that message to her. And you're going to do that in a larger scale in 2 years, maybe a year and a half, maybe 3 years, maybe 4 years, way faster than that. We're on the precipice of a brand new world, brand new life, brand new everything, right? And you have to realize that you are a special human being that chose to be here during the transformation. And it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. But when you get to where you're supposed to be and you're in this place of paradise and love and the rest of the world is freaking freaked out and effed up, you go, I did my stuff. I started mine 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it is. And many, many times what will happen is the way that I learned things from 2014 to 2020, obsolete pretty much. Hey, Veronica, obsolete. Why? Because it was 3D energy before 2020. 2020, everything shifted because of COVID. That's why it was worldwide. Shifted out of third dimension into fourth dimension. That's why 1 million people died in America. They weren't going forward past 3D. That's going to happen again in the next year and a half, maybe 2 years. Not from a pandemic, but there's going to be people who just disappear. Just disappear. It's not any of us. It's not any of your family because your family's protected unless they die naturally. See? So understanding that is super, super important because you have work to do. And as things start to come together, for us in the Northern Hemisphere, spring and summer is the best time in the freaking year. Usually. Everything comes outside. Everything gets in the sun. Everything gets in the light. Everything changes. And it's much easier to go through transformation in May, June, and July than January, February, March, or November, December, January. Ugh. I don't like the cold at all, right? I'm not that guy. And soon I won't be that guy. I'll be someplace else, which is wonderful. See? But whenever your special time of year is, for us, it's transformation of going from winter to spring. I mean, my daffodils are already up. And that blew my mind when I posted that in February. I'm like, oh my God, they're already up. And the hyacinths are coming up, are ready to blossom now. So we are definitely in early spring. Still can, you guys know, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, it can still snow through May. Don't know. I don't believe that's going to happen. But again, who knows? Just like our future. Who knows? I know what I was told what I'm going to be doing. I know that I've gotten confirmation on that. Do I have a date and nothing. They told me 2018. It's been 6 years. But I wasn't this guy back then. I was a half-blood trying to pretend to be a wizard. I can do anything. What are you talking about? I can do anything. I'm a Capricorn. I'm a freaking chameleon. What do you want? I'll match it no matter what. Tell me I can't do it and I'll do it. I'll do it no matter what. But that is now gone. Because guess what? Can't have that. And I will preach that until I freaking die. Trust me. The more resistance you put up, you guys heard me talk this about 1,000 times. The more resistance you put up thinking, no, 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 they don't give a crap what you think. You can talk to your blue in the face and you'll hit the wall over again. And I'm bringing back the wall, right? You'll smash the wall as many times as you want to. Your face will be freaking bloody. But your focus is I got to get through this freaking wall, right? Brick wall. And all you had to do was step back. And you could go around the wall if you wanted to. Or you could climb it. It's only 6 feet tall. Climb the freaking wall. But we're so focused on getting through the wall. I'm not going to let you control me. I'm not going to let you. Not going to let you. I think. I don't care what you think. I don't care about anything like that. As soon as his face is bloody and his brain and his forehead is cracked and he's got a broken nose, he'll finally step back and go, God dang, that hurt. What the hell? Well, dude, why smash your head up against a wall? Stop. Step back 10 feet, Bill. And that's what they told me. I stepped back 10 feet about 2017. I said, what? He goes, Bill, go around the fucking wall. Oh. Okay. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? But we got so focused on stuff, right? Because I want to get there faster than anybody else. I want to get there. Walk through the, exactly, Tom. Walk through the gate. It's right there. You don't have to do that. But our ego gets so focused on, I got to do this, I'm going to do this, no. Bill, I can't meditate. I could either. But guess what? Now it takes me 3 breaths to get into meditation. It's freaking awesome. Just awesome. Again, had I known this 20 years ago, my life would have been a whole lot easier than it was before this transformation. But no one's going to tell me. Capricorn. See? So understand that when the challenges come up, that's when you have to step back and go, okay, I keep beating this wall enough times and I'm not getting through. So Spirit, what the fuck? Will you get a response? Probably not. But the next time you go towards that wall, guess what? You go, I think I'm going to go around it to go through the gate. They weren't there before. Yes, they were. But you were running full steam ahead at that wall, just like on Harry Potter, right? Got to go through 9 3/4 to get on the train to go to Hogwarts. It's very true. A great metaphor, right? You're going to hit that wall because I'm supposed to be on that train right there. Okay. But you're not a half-blood, and you're not a warlock. You're not a wizard. You're a muggle. You can't go that way. How do I get there? You can't. How do we get there? By doing what they direct us to do. By relaxing ourselves and go, you know what? Can't fight it. But you have to fight it. Oh my God, we're going to die. You're not going to die. Should I take a job or should I take, and then you take the job. I did that in 2015, 16. Went back to Nordstrom. I never worked there, but went back into retail. Busted my hump. Didn't make any money because it wasn't like the shoe industry, right? I was the #1 salesperson. You know, Bill's this guy. You can go learn from Bill. Go learn from Bill. Go learn from the old guy. So I can't wait on everybody. It's impossible. And I did that for about a year. Yeah. And I went, this was going on so fast, and I had all kinds of things to do and readings and things like that. My schedule was getting bottled up. And I just left. Okay, this is going to be the path I need to take. I learned very quickly because my butt was exhausted every single week. Working 40, 45 hours a week and doing readings too. Couldn't happen. Couldn't happen. See? So I had to make the choice. But what did they do? Oh yeah, Bill, go ahead. Go back to Nordstrom. Go ahead. Go back. Go back in retail. Yeah. All the time going, he is so freaking dumb. He's going to bust his ass. They're not going to pay him a lot of money. You think they're going to because they're going to sell a lot of stuff. You know, $8,000, $10,000 a week, whatever. And yeah, okay. And then we're going to make sure that people know who he is. So he's going to get all these phone calls during the day and the weekends that, hey, Bill, can you do a reading for me? Hey, Bill, we're going to have a party. Can you do? No, I can't. Because it wasn't possible. Same thing's going on now. Right? Ego wants me to get a job. Not going to. Not going to. Is it going to be tough? Yeah. Still got rent to pay. Still got bills to pay. Okay. It's going to happen. Somehow it's going to happen. Right? Somehow. They know I don't. Is Bill going to be patient? Have to be. Bill going to be pissed off? No. Sometimes, maybe. But I'll correct myself very quickly because it's not worth the aggravation. When you get yourself into that hyper state of anger, frustration, and fear, you're exhausted. You're exhausted because you're at that high level of anxiety. The dog is like that all the time. And I'm slowly but surely calming her down. That she doesn't have to chase the UPS truck. She's afraid of it. You know, she's afraid of people. Afraid of other dogs, but she wants to play with them. Yeah, pulls on a leash until I don't let her anymore. Yeah, see? Went to the groomers on yesterday. And she put her paws up against the door wall, up against the door from her paws up, and she wouldn't let me take her through the door. She knew exactly, boom, she's not going any place. I said, oh my gosh, this dog is way too smart. But she got her nails cut. Going back next week for another bath and a haircut. You know, the more I do it, right? We're going to go through the garage every day now. At least once or twice. So she's not afraid of going through the garage. Repetition, because he's very, 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 very smart. Well, so are we. See? But we learn to be fearful. They learn not to be fearful. Because they trust their daddy. They trust their mama. Trust the alpha. We need to go this way so we can be safe. We need to go this way so we can get food. We need to go this way so we can find a place to sleep. So that's why it's so very, very important that we pay attention and not allow ourselves to be in this chill state. And all of a sudden, ego takes you down the freaking rabbit hole. I mean, down there into the depths of hell, where you're depressed and you're angry and you cannot get yourself out of it. That's when you got to do straight talk with yourself, like I did 2 weeks ago. Got to tell yourself, oh, no, I'm not doing this. We're not doing this stuff. We're not doing this stuff. No, we worked too hard to get to this level, and screw you, ego. I'm not playing that game. We're not doing that. Because you catch it easier and easier every single time it happens. Chimes. That's what it's about. We train the dog. Well, guess what? They're training us. Let that go. Let that go. It's not that easy, right? Especially when you're old farts like I am, right? It's not that easy, but guess what? I'm not going to let anything beat me. I'm going to go along with the party. Of course I am. Because I know because I know what's at the top. All the good stuff. All the good stuff. And I'm willing to work, do whatever they want me to do, or not work, I should say. Let them do what they got to do. Do your stuff. Go ahead. I don't care. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to stay in a good mood as much as I can. Because I know Kihei Maui, live on the Pacific Ocean, and channel books for people that don't live here anymore. As we go into 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. Okay? I've told you guys what your job is going to be. We're all going to fit a niche, right? And you guys are all going to be experts in your field by telling how hard it was to go from point A to point D. But from point D to point J, it was pretty good. And then J to Z was like, that was pretty easy. Because I learned just to give the fuck up. I'm never going to win this. They're always going to stop you. No matter what you want to think, stop fucking thinking. It's hard. Listen to the buzzing in your head. It's buzzing, again, when I'm up here, zzz, all the time. Yeah, listen to that. Put buds in, listen to music on YouTube, whatever you got to do to pass the time. Go outside, take a walk. Walk your dog for an hour. You know? Do it again. Kristen saying, go with the flow. That's it. Go with the flow. You know, no matter what it is, you control your energy. But you gotta do the ego thing. Shut them up. All you do is lie. Not listening to you. Not listening to you. It will push back and push back and push back until you finally hit the wall and go, shut the fuck up. I'm not listening anymore. Stop. I'm not. And the length of time that you're able to control that gets larger and larger and larger. For me, it's conversation. It's talking. Talking out loud is the best thing I've ever done since I was a kid. Yeah. I've told you this before. My mother would say, who are you talking to? I say to myself. Why? Because I can understand it better. Do that someplace else. That was my mother. See? But I will, because I got to tell you the story, because Spirit told me to the other day, because I had done some, last week I did some bearing my soul thing, right? Well, I've got to tell you something about my mom, okay? When I was 9 years old, it was 1969, November the 9th, no. Yes. November the 9th, 1969, I was 9 years old. I went to Mott Hospital in Ann Arbor at U of M to get a kidney biopsy. And you know, it was scary for being 9 years old and be there by yourself and right? My mom, dad dropped me off. My dad stayed in the car like always. My mom, you know, registered me, settled me in. And if I cry, it's okay. It was a Sunday. And the biopsy was Monday morning. And my mom said, okay, I'll be back on the bus tomorrow at 6. You don't go in. They're going to take you in for a bath at 5:30. Thinking 5:30 in the morning, I'm freaking 9. Really? And so they woke me up, put me in the bathtub, did all that stuff they got to do. And then they came and they took me back to my room. And they had put injections in my legs to make me go to sleep for a longer period of time, right? So they had outlawed metal syringes back then. And they were like this big, right? And they used one plastic one on my right leg and one metal one on my left leg. Well, my left leg was paralyzed because they pierced the muscle. And so got out of surgery and they wanted to strap me down on my bed. My mother said, "You're not going to strap my child down on that bed. There's no way you're going to strap him down." No, we have to, because if he moves at all, he could suffer bleeding inside his kidneys. She said, "No, you're not going to do that." She goes, get me 2 sheets. Get me 2 double sheets. Double bed sheets. There was no queen size back then, but just double beds. So they brought her two, and they were saying, "What are you going to do with those?" "No, just bring me the damn sheets." So that was my mother. She brought me the sheets. She brought them, and I'm fast asleep right in bed because I had not, the anesthetic had not worn off yet. My mother took those, God bless her. My mother took those, I don't want to cry, sheets, folded them, so they were right across my belly button and right above that, the bottom of my chest, right? And I'm 9. And she tucked them underneath both sides of the bed. And they were speechless. Speechless. They said, "Where did you come up with that?" She goes, "I don't know where she got it from." And I woke up and I was stuck like this, right? She goes, "Honey, don't move. You can't move any place. Just stay right." And I was crying. So I didn't know what was going on. And they had a new discovery, right? So then got good with that, but I couldn't use my left leg. It was completely paralyzed, and they didn't know why. So they came to me and 9 years old, without my mom, okay, and said, did the doctor use a metal syringe on your left leg? And I said, yes. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm 9. And so they were upset beyond belief because they believe my mom and dad were gonna sue him. Is my child gonna walk again? But there's always gonna be paralyzed. So one day my mother went down to smoke a cigarette because she smoked like a chimney. And she came back up. The doctor was on top of me. Had me pinned down, I'm 9. Had me pinned down with his knees and he's slapping me in the face. Why did you tell them that? Why did you tell them that? And she didn't know how long that was going on. And I was crying. I was yelling for help. But, my mom heard me in the hallway, screaming. My 5-foot mother comes in that doorway and tackles the guy off of me. Okay? She is this big. To save her child. That's my mom. Okay? I was in the hospital for another 3 weeks, I think it was, because they couldn't get my leg to move. And I just thought about that last week. My mother. So we have all kinds of things, guys, inside of us that we forgot about, right? That we absolutely, Tom, she was a handful. My mother was, she was in charge. Tom knows, we grew up together. So understand, guys, that we can think we're clear, and we're not. There's one more thing that is hurtful and impactful, but then my hero mom, right? But they were afraid they were going to, well, no, but all my care was taken care of. It was free, right? And the doctor got fired. But he was afraid my mom would sue him. This is 1969. It didn't happen back then, right? So every time that you think you're clean, you're not clean. So when that happens, make sure that you feel it, right? Make sure that you feel it. Because if you don't feel it, you press it back down, and guess what? It's going to come back up. Guaranteed. Are you ever going to be free of everything? No. But things like that, the good and the bad, or the bad and the good, I should say, yeah. See? But understanding that, right? That understanding those things that your children go through, those things that you went through when you were younger are all valid. All valid. I mean, I had crutches in elementary school. Really? That was stupid as hell. But I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk that well, I should say. See? So there's always going to be things that are underlying. Always going to be underlying. It's okay. It's okay. Even if they're bad, right? They're still traumatic. If they're really good, still traumatic in some point. Because how did you lead up to that good thing? Probably something traumatic. See? So understand, everybody, that when you get to that point you think I'm good, you ain't good. You aren't good. I know people who've been doing this for 25 years, and they're the masters at what they do. Not in this energy. They didn't know what this was coming. They didn't know what it was about. They have to take time because they're being uplifted also. They're firmly in 3D. Firmly in 3D. And they're being lifted to 4 and 5 and 6D. So they had to relearn and purge a lot of stuff that they had needed to purge yet. See? So I just want everybody to know that it gets easier and easier as you go through it, until something that big strikes at your heart. And you go, wow, check that out. I forgot all about that. But I remember the time, I remember the date, the day, everything like it was yesterday. That's how well preserved that was, stuck down inside my body. Yeah, see? I had a good mom. She yelled all the time. Well, she would bust your ass, plain and simple. Didn't have no problems doing that with this. And you would be like in trouble. That's my mom. But she took care of me like that, right? And I can just imagine what my father said when she got home on the bus that night and said, how's Billy? Well, I had to knock the doctor off today. My father must have gone out the frickin' roof. Out the frickin' roof. See? So There's always something else there, everybody. So I don't want you to get caught in that ego tells you that you're clear, because you're not going to be clear. But you're good. You're good. So when those things like that come up, or something worse, right? That you don't fall right back into 3D and cocoon yourself. Give yourself a freaking break, Spirit says. Give yourself a freaking break. Stop banging your head against the wall. Stop. Stop being disappointed that I'm not going fast enough. Stop. They know the timing. We do not. We're in linear time. They're not. They got all the time in the world, they think. But it's already been written. You signed the contract. When you sign that soul contract before you come back to Earth, there's no deviation from that. You're going right there. Oh, no, Bill. No. Everything that happens in your life happens for a reason. To make you the person you are today. Good or bad. Normally it is, I got to clean myself up. And I had a lot of stuff. I did a lot of stuff I shouldn't have done. No. You did exactly what you're supposed to do. There's no, that's the plan. So anytime that you look back at your life and go, oh my God, if I should have done, no. You did exactly that. Now's the time you get to clean it up. Right? You're given the chance to clean it up. Does it suck? Oh, it sucks. It sucks. But every time you clean it up, there's less and less and less and less and less. And that's what counts. That's what counts. The stuff we go through today is minuscule to the stuff we went through when we were younger. Plain and simple. Because you didn't know anything. Didn't know anything. Okay? So, dog wants to go out, so I got to do that. Right? Ready to go, Daddy. You told me 4 o'clock. It's after 4. So thanks everybody for watching. If you would please, I'm going to post this in about a half an hour. Go over to YouTube, like it, write a comment for it. If you haven't already, subscribe. Please subscribe. Yeah. If you need anything, you know where I am. Okay. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm not around, because I am, okay? And I got plenty of time since I'm not doing anything all day, but hanging out. So thanks, everybody. I'll see you next Thursday for Coaching for the Soul. Thursdays at 3. See you guys.